Hello and welcome back, audience. My name is MassiveBrad and welcome back to my FIFA 20 Dortmund career mode. Now, before we get into today's episode, I just want to say a huge big thank you for love and support on the channel. And I also quickly want to mention, guys, it's a few days after Christmas now, but hopefully you all had amazing Christmases. I'm hoping you got all the presents and you were certainly on Father Christmas's good list, not the naughty list. I did see a few of you tweet me pictures of Xbox One headsets, Lee and also Ethan. I seen your tweet and obviously you guys were tweeting me the headset, because one of the important things that's coming up for me in January is I will be starting a FIFA 20 Pro Clubs team on Xbox One. Now, I've played with Lee and Ethan before, but unfortunately, the headsets were broken. It made them sound like they were underwater. And there's a few important things that you need to be able to do if you want to get involved in this FIFA 20 Pro Clubs team. Now, we'll be putting a trailer out for it in probably the next 2 or 3 weeks, and that's going to basically tell you guys what the Pro Clubs team is going to be about, and also when the trials start. And when I say trials, it means that I'm going to give everyone a shot. So if you want to get involved, drop a comment down below. You're going to get involved by doing a trial. So you're going to play a couple of games. And if you fit the team and you're passing well and you're putting the through ball through, you're crossing, you're getting back and defending, you've got a headset. That was one of the important things for me, the headset, because communication on Pro Clubs is key. If I'm running through the middle and Lee or Ethan's got the ball in the midfield, I just want to say, play it through, play it over the top, and off I go, and potentially go on to score. So for me, a headset on Pro Clubs is a must. Communication is key. Now, Ethan and also Lee had headsets. Unfortunately, they sounded like robots underwater. So now they've got brand new headsets. They're going to be crisp. They're going to be clear. And that's exactly what I need. So them two will be getting involved in the Pro Clubs team. And if you guys have an Xbox One and a headset at home, then you can also get involved. The only things I'm looking for is you've got a headset, you pass, you're a team player, you track back when you need to, and most importantly, the front strikers, front wingers, score goals, and we get wins. That is literally it. Anyone, doesn't matter what age, you can get involved in the Pro Clubs team if you want to. But jumping back into today's episode, we will now take a look at what games lie ahead. We already know that Slavia Prague is the first game in today's episode. It's our 6th game in the Champions League group stage. We're currently joint top with Barcelona, Inter Milan and Slavia Prague. Slavia Prague bottom with 3 points, I do believe. Inter Milan third with 6 points. Neither of them can catch us or Barcelona. So it's now down to just, do we finish top or do Barcelona finish top? One of us has to finish top and one of us has to finish second. And with us now being in a position to pretty much, it doesn't matter what result we get out of this game, we can pretty much get a win, draw or loss. We're still going through. I'm happy to look to simulate that first game in today's episode. Then we take on Klopp's first team. When he first became a manager, this was the team he first managed, and that is Mainz 05. I'm very excited to play them, and they are doing very well in the Bundesliga right now. And then the final game in today's episode, it's Timo Werner and co. It's RB Leipzig. Of course, because we're simulating that first game in the Champions League, it means we can play the 2 games against Mainz and RB Leipzig. We are at home against RB Leipzig, and Timo Werner is certainly one player that we're going to have to watch out for. Now, this has come as a little bit of a shock for me, because normally you'd hear me now say, and now for my favourite part of the video, the comment section. But when I loaded up the video to my right here of the comment section, I don't know, A, if this video didn't hit notifications, or if they didn't go to subscriber boxes. I have no idea what happened, but the only 2 comments are from me. There's no comments from none of you guys. I don't know if it's because something's messed up on YouTube and you've actually left comments on the last Dortmund episode, but they haven't popped up. I don't know if it's because it was just before Christmas and maybe you guys haven't got round to watching the video yet, but there is no comments other than my 2. So we're not going to have to actually go through the comment section in today's episode, meaning we can dive straight in to the action. So first, we do have Slavia Prague at home. It's our 6th game, and as you can see, we're currently joint top with Barcelona. Barcelona are taking on Inter Milan, where Inter Milan could easily get a win or potentially hold them off to a draw. We realistically should be getting the points over Slavia Prague, and this is the lineup we are going to look to put out and hopefully do just that. We've got Paco Alcacer up top in the striker position. A little behind him, we got Marco Reus, the captain, in the central attacking midfield. Then Julian Brandt, Delaney, Witzel and Sancho through the midfield, with Schultz, Hummels, Akanji and Klosterman at the back. And of course, Roman Berkey between the sticks. Now, do you know what, guys? I've just thought as I'm recording this episode, it's episode 10, which means we need to do the fan objectives. And I haven't even got it up on screen. So what I'll do is I'll get the fan objectives up on screen. And before we simulate this game against Slavia Prague, we'll quickly go through the fan objectives and see where we're currently standing with that. Right, sorry about that, guys. As I clip my fingers, the fan objectives should now appear on screen now, and you should be able to see them on your screen right now. I completely forgot that it was episode 10, and we need to cover those very important fan objectives. So you guys should be seeing them on screen now. We've got Super Mario, Academy Graduate, Top Striker, Roman Soldier, European Top 8, and of course, Teenager Growth. Now let me just check so we can start going through these one by one. So, Super Mario has scored 10 goals and assists with Mario Goethe. So to do this, we need to go over to the squad hub and have a little look at how Mario Goethe is getting on. Now, Mario Goethe right now is not a player that is starting for us. It's always the captain, Marco Reus. So maybe, if he's not doing too well right now, we need to start introducing him a little bit more into the game. Now, let's go to stats. So, he's currently appeared in 13 games, mainly as subs, and he has no goals and no assists. So as for his 10 goals and 10 assists, he's got none so far, although we are still early into the first season at Dortmund. So maybe we need to concentrate a little bit on getting Mario Goethe into the team so we can potentially start building up those goals and assists. Moving on to Academy Graduate, we got play Marco Reus or Goethe in every Bundesliga game. Well, we're doing that already. So far, Mario Goethe has played in 5 games in the Bundesliga, and Marco Reus has played in 14. Now, as long as they play in every single game, as long as if I add theirs together, it comes that amount. Now, of course, if you add 14 and 5 together, we get 19. There hasn't been 19 games just yet in the Bundesliga, but I know that I'm either playing Marco Reus at cam or I'm playing Mario Goethe at cam, and I've just got to remember to do that. So we'll have to keep an eye on that one as well. Top striker has scored 25 goals in all competitions with Paco Alcacer. Well, to be honest, guys, I probably should have went for the 30 because he's already 15 in. 22 appearances, 15 goals, 4 assists. He's absolutely smashing it. In 10 appearances in the Bundesliga, in 14 appearances in the Bundesliga, he scored 10. He is on fire right now, and I don't think top striker is going to be one that we struggle to complete. Moving on to Roman Soldier, keep 25 plus clean sheets with Roman Berkey. So we've got to go all the way back to the top of the list, and we need to look for Roman Berkey. So far, 25 appearances, 11 clean sheets. So we are 14 clean sheets away from hitting that 25, but we need 25 plus. So 14 more clean sheets, and we've managed to bag ourselves another objective cleared, which of course is Roman Soldier. Moving on to European Top 8, well, we don't need to look at that. We're currently about to play our last and final game in our group stage, and then we'll be put through to the knockout stages. We then have 2 teams that we have to beat before we manage to reach the quarterfinals of the Champions League. So still a far way to go with that one, but we're still grinding it out. And finally, Teenager Growth. Grow a youth academy player by +8 and play them in at least 5 games. Well, this is something that we set up a couple of episodes ago where we actually hired a youth staff and we were looking into a goalkeeper. So we've got Jorn Raffman. We'll go ahead and view the scout report. There was one man in particular, and that was him, Lewis Baumann, age 15, potential of 80 to 94. I think we might just sign him up and start getting him on the training. Start him on the Youth Academy training because we still need to grow him by 8. His overall right now is between 53 and 71. So I think to start today's episode, we will sign that player. Done. Finished. Shazam. Let's go and take a look exactly what rating he is in our squad. Let's go and have a little look. So, that is strange. Oh, I know why. It's because he's only 15, isn't it? Is that why? If I go to the youth staff now, I should be able to come over to Youth Academy. There you go. We can only release him. He's too young to be promoted to the senior squad. Meaning, until he gets, I'm sure it's 18, maybe it's 16, we can't actually do much with him. His overall right now is 60. He's got a potential of 80 to 94. He's probably a little bit young for us, so we can't do much in the situation now of teenager growth. But we will keep an eye on him. Hopefully he'll turn 16 soon. What I might do is off camera, when I can do it, I may look at the player development and see if we can add him to the player development. But with him only being 15, I'm thinking we probably can't. Now we've got that out of the way and I remembered about the fan objectives, we'll now get into the simulated game against Slavia Prague. We are at home, the lads are warming up. Can we get off to a good start? Please give us that win. We beat them 3-0 and not too many highlights at all. In the 7th minute, the captain Marco Reus gives us the lead 1-0. Traore for Slavia Prague picks up a yellow card in the 38th minute. We then have half-time and come out in the second half, where Sancho scores just 11 minutes into the second half in the 56th minute. And then just 12 minutes later, again, the captain steps up, Marco Reus, to bury his second. And then we go on to, of course, beat Slavia Prague 3-0. So I'm very happy with that result. Depending on how Barcelona got on, which looking down at the latest scores, I can't see what Barcelona did against Inter Milan. But if they have dropped points at all, whether that's a draw or a loss to Inter Milan, then we will be finishing top of our Champions League group. So I have got the result of the Champions League game. We, of course, beat Slavia Prague 3-0. Inter Milan and Barcelona drew 1-1. I did think Inter Milan at home would certainly up their game. They got absolutely battered at the start of the group stage and thought they had to bounce back, and they did exactly that by keeping Barcelona at arm's length and managing to get a draw and a point out of it, meaning we do finish top of Group F in the Champions League. Barcelona finished second on 11 points. Inter Milan don't get through to the next stages, finishing down third with 7 points. And of course, Slavia Prague at the bottom of the table, fourth position with only 3 points. Very happy we got that win over Slavia Prague. Now we need to focus on the Bundesliga games. Well, up next, we take on Mainz 05, a current team only 2 points behind us, but we do have a game in hand. You can see we've currently, unfortunately, dropped out of the top four, but we do have a game in hand on Köln and VfL Wolfsburg, meaning if we do win our 15th game against Mainz, we will move up back to third position. But FSC Mainz right now are absolutely smashing it. Sixth position for them is absolutely unbelievable. I've now looked at the league table, and surprisingly, RB Leipzig are down in 11th place. I thought RB Leipzig would be a lot higher than Mainz, but that doesn't seem to be the case. So we're really going to have to be careful against this team because they're obviously playing very well right now in the Bundesliga. I have had to change up the team quite a lot. As you can see, we don't have Paco Alcacer up top. Currently, he's 100% not fully fit. He's about 60% fit, and I don't want to risk him picking up an injury due to lack of fitness. So Marlen now comes in at the striker position. We have Marco Reus a little behind him in the central attacking midfield. Then Julian Brandt, Delaney, Witzel and Sancho through the midfield. Schultz, Zagadou, Soyuncu and Klosterman at the back with Berkey between the sticks. We're travelling to the Opel Arena. I'm hoping to bag the 3 points. It's important we do. What I was also a little bit shocked at is when we looked over the fan objectives, like for example Super Mario Götze has played in 5 games, no goals, no assists. Well, actually, this is going to be our 15th game in the Bundesliga. So I think, especially in the next game up next against RB Leipzig, we've got to drop Marco Reus, and Mario Götze has got to play if we want to try and get him 10 goals and 10 assists. Otherwise, the forfeit is to eat an entire barrel of toxic waste, and that is certainly not something I want to be doing. Here we go. FSV Mainz 05. Jürgen Klopp's first team when he became a manager. This is going to be a big one. Now, I've changed it up when I now do the Dortmund career mode, ladies and gentlemen. I normally drink either a can of Pepsi Max or I've got my glass of water. But because I know the Germans, and when you win the Bundesliga or you win one of the competitions in Germany, they tend to drink beer. So with it being Christmas, and of course as being the manager in Germany in the Bundesliga, I've decided to crack open a nice San Miguel. There we are, down in 5th position. 11 points already behind Bayern Munich. It's going to be a difficult one. Oh, this is difficult. 11 points behind already. 14 games in. We need Bayern Munich to lose 4 games, but as FSV Mainz do get us kicked off in the first half period, let's get it underway. Ball now going to come in. We're going to deal with that with Soyuncu. Witzel going to flick it on. And here we go now with Sancho. Let's go, Marlen. Let's go, Marlen. Good lad. Here's Marlen. Going to go around this man. That is beautiful. Here comes Marlen now. Marlen through a goal. First attempt. We've scored. 6 minutes and it's 1-0. What a great bit of play there from Sancho to Marlen. Them two up top is deadly. Julian Brandt, Marlen and Sancho. Gone with the wind. A little ball into Marlen. He gets around this defender, runs at the keeper and smashes it on his left foot into the roof of the net. It's 6 minutes in and we've already taken the lead. What a start from the black and yellows. Here's Pierre Gabriel. Delaney now coming across, putting the pressure on. Ball coming into the middle. It's a great save from Roman Berkey. Absolutely cracking save. Marlen holding this up nicely. Here's Marlen playing it through now to Witzel. Witsel in a bit of space here, but I'm going to look for Sancho on the outside. What a strike from Jadon Sancho. Wow, wow, we were. Stunning. Over Jadon Sancho, back of the net. I only had one thought with Sancho there, and that wasn't even to finesse it. Normally outside the box, I'll look for a finesse. With this one, I just held my shoot button, half the power, and just buried it in the back of the net. 20 minutes in, 2-0. We get to 3 or 4-0 by half time, and it's game over for Klopp's first team, Mainz. Going to the far side, Marco Reus going to track back. Ball down now, Delaney watching that one. Ball on the inside, it's a great goal for Mainz 05. We shouldn't really be conceding to there. We should have closed it down a lot more with Delaney there. And as the ball comes into the middle, just have to side foot it and send it towards the far post. Karim Onsiwo scores for Mainz, and it's 2-1. And now to Marlen, who's going to run here. Got Marco Reus through the middle. Beautiful run. Here comes Marco Reus. Through on goal, Marco Reus. Are we going to be able to follow it up with Julian Brandt? Sadly, we're not. And as it's cleared away from Aaron, the referee is going to blow for half-time. Decent half, to be honest. Very, very happy with how the lads played. We suffered an unfortunate goal that was put into the middle of the box. No one was man marking. And it was a simple side foot past Roman Berkey. But apart from that, we've really been the better team against Mainz so far. And that shows because we're 2-1 up. I am now going to take Marco Reus off for Mario Goethe. Reus wasn't fully fit at the start of the game. So I think that's a pretty decent sub that we need to make there. I'm also going to bring Larson on for Sancho and then switch Larson over with Julian Brandt. Chris was the man to say, can we see some more of Brune Larson? And that's exactly what I plan to do. For now, they're the only two changes I am going to make at half-time. We'll see how we get on in the second half and then look to make that final third change in the second quarter of the second half. And here comes Witsel going out wide now to Julian Brandt. I don't think they're going to have any opportunity. I'm going to play that into the middle now, looking for Marlen. Marlen through on goal. Go on. Oh, he's offside. Nicely done there, Larson. Well done. Let's go. Here's Mario Goethe. Now playing into the middle for Marlen. I've now got Julian Brandt running out wide. Here comes Julian Brandt. Surely we should get something from this. Into the middle for Marlen. And I have no idea how the Mainz keeper Zenta just kept that one out on a plate. And Marlen should be going far post there, not near post. Let's look for Zagadou at the near post. Let's run him in and see if we can get him on this one. Ball coming in. Zagadou's going to get there, flicking on. Oh, it's kept in as well. There's Julian Brandt. He's not going to take it down. Then going towards the backs for Marlen. It's cleared away only as far as Zagadou. It's now going to come to Mario Goethe. He's going to turn and bend one. Mario Goethe in off the post. He gets his first Bundesliga goal and his first goal all season. Stunning goal from Mario Goethe, and he finally opens his scoring account with one against Mainz. It's a great flick down from Zagadou, heads it down to Mario Goethe, who buries the ball at his feet, turns to his left, and bends that in the top right corner, in off the post. Postage stamp, beautiful goal from Mario Goethe. And considering we started today's episode with no goals and no assists for Super Mario in the fan objectives, we now have one goal. To Brune Larson, into the middle now for Mario Goethe. That's a cracking ball, playing it through there to Larson. Going to go on the inside now to Marlen, who's got round his man. Here comes Marlen, through on goal, finishing Marlen. It's off the post and no one's there to finish up as Aaron clears it out for a Dortmund throw-in. There's Klosterman. Klosterman putting a nice ball in now towards Larson at the back post, who flicks it down to Mario Goethe. Mario Goethe finds a second. Brune Larson. It's all about the assist there from Larson. It was absolutely fabulous. We won't take away anything from Mario Goethe, but the way Larson just brought the ball down, used his strength and just laid it. Look at this, great ball in from Klosterman. He's got two men on him, heads it down, controls it. Mario Goethe does a little swivel and buries it again in the top right corner. That's 2 goals now for Super Mario in the fan objectives. Keep going, keep this pressure on. We're absolutely smashing them right now. Ball through the middle to cracking ball. Zagadou going to get there. It's a great save from Roman Berkey, who pushes it onto the crossbar and out. That was great play there from Mainz. They're not giving up, but that was a cracking save from Berkey, who gets a fingertip to it and pushes it onto the crossbar. It's out for a corner to Mainz. Still Goethe. Going out wide now to Schultz. I'm going to hit this with Schultz. Deflection off into Delaney. Is Mario Götze going to drop the shoulder? We're going to have the ball taken off us. But it doesn't matter. It's game over. And we've beaten FSC Mainz 05 4-1. Absolutely unbelievable. Great result. That man there, Mario Götze, absolutely upped his game there. Marlen played spectacular as well. So did Jadon Sancho. In fact, there wasn't a bad bone in that team. We absolutely smashed it. 13 shots, 7 on target for ourselves. 4 shots, 3 on target for Mainz. Jadon Sancho well and truly deserves. I mean, I could have picked 11 players for man of the match there. Everyone played spectacular. But Jadon Sancho is crowned man of the match with a 9.5 rating. We will now get into the post-match interview and see what the media have to say. Here we go. Ask away. With 2 goals to secure a win, Götze was the hero today. Any thoughts? I mean, Götze didn't secure the win. Everyone played amazing. So yeah, an overall great performance. It's not just about Götze. Everyone was spot on for me in that game. And from the highlights you guys will have seen, we absolutely smashed them. Mainz 05 is clearly not at your level. By scoring 4 goals, you demonstrated that today. Do you have any advice for your opponents? No advice. They are not at our level. Yeah, they weren't at our level. It's, you know, I'm not saying that they're never at our level, but today, 4-1 victory. We were really, we outshined them. Quite a resounding victory today with a 4-1 score. How pleased are you? Very pleased. Absolutely over the moon. I wouldn't say we could do even better. Time to focus on that. We could have won by more. Time to focus on the next match. I agree. I don't want them to score anymore. We took our chances and we took them well. If you have a game where you've had 10 on target but only score 1, then you need to take more chances. But we were spot on. And for the final game in today's episode, we take on Timo Werner's team, RB Leipzig. But before we dive in to the game against RB Leipzig, we have had another scouting report from Jorn Rathman, which we will take a little look at. So, Jorn Newman, currently an overall of 41 to 53, potential of 73 to 94. He can stay on there because he's still in the 90s, but we'll have to wait and see exactly how he is a little bit later down the line. We've still got another 2 months of scouting him, so we'll really get a better idea of what his potential is going to be. Bjorn Engel is, wow, 85 to 94. Wow. So his minimum keeper, his overall minimum keeper rating will eventually be 85 and the maximum can be 94. Bjorn Engel will sign you up without a doubt. Ralph Gross, we've got 72 to 94. Pretty similar to Newman. We'll keep an eye on them 2 players. 69 to 94. He's still in the 90s, so we'll keep an eye on Batchman. Wow, Newman, another Newman. So you got your Newman. I wonder if he's related to Justice Newman. But a potential of 84 to 94. Again, another top quality keeper there coming through the rankings. 67 to 91. We've got better keepers, so we'll reject that player. Bachmann, 69 to 94 we'll keep there for now. 84 to 94 is fine. And Sebastian Fischer, 58 to 78, no, he can be rejected. So we've just got the 4 players that we are scouting that all currently have the lowest of 69 potential all the way up to 94, which is exactly what we want to be scouting. But I'm sure as Jorn Rathman keeps scouting them, we will get a better idea of exactly how they are going to grow and if they're going to become beasts or they're going to become flops, as we like to call it in the Premier League. But up next, we have got RB Leipzig. We are going to attend the press conference. We'll then take a look at the starting 11 and then get into the game against RB Leipzig. Here we are. We've done well in today's episode. We've won 2-2 so far. Can we make it 3-3? Inconsistent results of late. I mean, we're not really inconsistent, are we? Yeah, it's our responsibility to try. We'll certainly try. I mean, RB Leipzig are a great team. Mr. Brad, in your opinion, is a chance? There's always a chance. There's a good chance that we'll win. I'm feeling confident, especially after just beating Mainz 4-1. I'm thinking, I know RB Leipzig are a lot more solid at the back. I know we have signed some of their players over the last couple of seasons as well in different career modes. We are basking in great form, but you just told me that we're very inconsistent at the moment. We'll go with I'm sure of it. But yeah, as I was saying, with the RB Leipzig, we know that we've had Timo Werner. I do believe they've got a right-back called Mukeli. I think that's how you pronounce it. We've had him before. I think we had him in the Ajax Road to Glory. There's also a defender that we bought, Umacano. I think it's Umakemo, something like. I love that third kit by RB Leipzig. You know, it's absolutely stunning. What do you guys think? I'm potentially gonna do our Pro Clubs kit as that kit, the 3 kits, because you've got a white one, a navy one, and then a black with all multicolours. And I just, on Pro Clubs, you always get it where people just have like a red kit and a black kit, and you're always kit clashing. So the 3 kits there, but that is a stunning kit. But we're not going to put them in it. We're going to put them in their dark navy blue. But they have got a solid team. They're very strong at the back, RB Leipzig, so it's going to be difficult for us to break them down. But we are going with Paco Alcacer up top in the striker position. A little behind him, the captain Marco Reus in the central attacking midfield. Then Brandt, Delaney, Weigl and Hazard through the midfield. Schultz, Hummels, Akanji and Klosterman at the back. And of course, Berkey between the sticks. We are at home. The black and yellows fans are going to be bouncing. Let's take on RB Leipzig. Here we go. I love the stadium of Dortmund, you know. I am going to do it, guys, because I've done a Dortmund career mode. And I love the Dortmund fans. I love the whole club Dortmund. I love the way it's built. I love the fact that our Liverpool manager, Jurgen Klopp's been there. The fans are great. The art of that is fabulous. The way some of the pictures they design to hold up in the stands. They've got such good players. For the vlog, I am going to board a plane to Dortmund or to Germany, and I'm going to go to a Dortmund game in 2020. Just wait. But to start off in this first half, we are going to get it kicked off with Paco Alcacer. Let's get it on the way. And come on, Dortmund, let's finish on a high. Here's Rafa. We're going to have to slide in there and try and get him. We've stopped him a little bit. Hummels coming across now. Here comes Matt Hummels. He's going to slide in. Cracking tackle from Matt Hummels, who denies the RB Leipzig forward going any more forwards. Play around now to Weigl. Here's Hazard. Go on, Alcacer. Go on, son. I'll play it in for you. Beautiful ball. Let's cut this back. On the inside now. It's a terrible ball. Here's Marco Reus. Through to Julian Brandt. Back through to Marco Reus. Come on, Alcacer. Go, son. Alcacer played it behind. Come on, Alcacer. Keep going. Oh, we're just not going to get it. It's Hazard. Through now to Alcacer. Going to slide one towards the back post for Marco Reus. Yes! Beautiful, beautiful football from Dortmund there. We've just gone from one end of the pitch with Roman Berkey pulling off an incredible save, coming off his line. We broke at them. We tried to get through. We did, and we kept fighting. And eventually the ball through to Marco Reus from Paco Alcacer, and Reus just side foot to home. Now we can relax because those 34 minutes have been end to end. Back to Wolf. Sarachi's going to get in behind now. Here comes Wolf again. Going to slide in. Wolf does very well. Wolf's still coming. Here comes Wolf. Great run from Wolf, and it's back of the net. That was an unbelievable run there from Wolf. Absolutely unbelievable. And when he's one-on-one with it was either Hummels or Akanji, he does a few step-overs, he gets the right way, and he puts himself one-on-one with a keeper. Look at this. Goes round Akanji, one-on-one with Hummels, step over on the inside. That's a cracking solo goal. So Hans Wolf, congratulations, that was a stunner. On the inside now to Paco Alcacer. Paco Alcacer to Reus. I'm going to go straight through there to Julian Brandt, who's going to cut back. Julian Brandt. Dinking now for Hazard at the back post. Oh, he's put it wide. Come on, let's track them down. Let's close it down as it goes back to Konate. We're unfortunately going to have the whistle blown for half-time. Difficult one. Difficult one because the first 35 minutes solidly was RB Leipzig attacking, us on the counter, them on the attack. It was just counter, attack. And that's all it was from both sides. I'm going to go out and do that for the next 10, 15, maybe even 20 minutes as RB Leipzig with Timo Werner get us kicked off. But we won't be able to outlast them. We're eventually going to have to take our foot off the gas. So unless we score early, it could be a massive risk. Schultz on the inside now to Paco Alcacer. Going to slide Marco Reus in there. We've got someone towards the back post. Oh, it was Hazard. And the keeper gets a hand to it. Rafa's still coming forward here now. Delaney going to try and slide in. We're going to win that ball. Come on, just get rid of it. How has Rafa still got this ball? That is ridiculous. Rafa, edge of the box. It's 2-1 RB Leipzig. We don't even deserve to be down here. We really don't. They get so lucky that ball comes across. Takes a deflection off Hummels as he lunges in. And unfortunately, we find ourselves 2-1 down now. So it's going to take 2 goals to get the 3 points. Let's try and head this ball to MassiveBrad if we can. Ball in. And when Berkey's going to punch that one out, we're going to chase this down. With Mario Götze still going to chase it. Now going to come into the middle. Great save from Roman Berkey. Lads, put your bodies on the line, will you? Let's get Sancho ready to go here. Raff with a bit of skill here. Ball now going to come in towards the back post. We clear it with Schultz. And here goes Mario Götze now. Let's play it up the line here. Beautiful to Paco Alcacer. Alcacer may have to go on his own. I'm going to cut back and go to Marco Reus. And then go over the far side now to Sancho. Sancho through a goal. Sancho! Yes! That's what we like to see. Now, I had Torgan Hazard playing the right mid position. I thought the fresh legs and the pace of Sancho would help us. Torgan Hazard may well have been in that position and have kept up. But I made the decision to take him off. It was beautiful passing over the far side. Sancho on his right foot, outside the boot. Could have went on his stronger left foot. He doesn't. And he finds the back of the net. It's level terms. It's 2-2. Chase this down now with Schultz. Schultz with a little dink out to Hummels. Hummels now wanting to come forwards. Hummels in to Paco Alcacer. Over the far side now to Mario Götze, who's going to turn his man and play it out wide to Schultz. Going to go back on the inside now to Julian Brandt. Here comes Mario Götze. Come on, someone, Julian Brandt. Little dig towards the back post for MassiveBrad. He's put it over the bar.
And there goes the final whistle.
MassiveBrad. With the last kick, or in your case, head of the game. You could score and give us the 3 points. And you put it over the bar. That, ladies and gentlemen, was a quality game. End-to-end stuff. RB Leipzig, 7 shots, 7 on target. Very, very consistent from RB Leipzig. Very skillful and fast players. Strong, tall players at the back. They were solid. We managed 7 shots, same amount of shots, but only 4 on target. Not, unfortunately, clinical enough. Paco Alcacer picks up man of the match with an 8.1 rating. We will now get into the post-match interview. A little bit disappointed to end on a draw in today's episode. I thought we played very well, but we were 2-1 down and we managed to get a point out of it. Here we go.
Danke, dass Sie für ein kurzes Statement hier sind, so kurz nach dem Spiel.
Would give him Witzel a chance to play here, have helped the team today. He wasn't fully fit. That's why I didn't play him. That's the only reason. Otherwise, Witzel would have played and maybe may have made the difference. At half time, did you expect to get a draw from this game? I expected at least a draw. So, yeah, pretty much. Well, nothing to split the two sides today. What did you make of the performance? We played well. Two very strong defences. I say we were pretty solid. Hummels, unfortunately, did take a deflection off his leg, and that was one of the goals. But we did defend very well, and so did they, even though 2 goals were scored for both teams. Right, and I've advanced all the way to the first game in the next episode, which is going to be against Bobby Firmino's ex-team, TSG Hoffenheim. I am very, very excited for that game. We also have finally moved back in to the top 4, so we are back in a Champions League position, 1 point behind VfL Wolfsburg. We are currently, which is madness, 5 points behind Bayer Leverkusen, but they've still got a game in hand, and we find ourselves 10 points behind FC Bayern Munich, which makes me think they are still yet to lose a game. Correct. They did draw an extra game in today's episode. They were originally 11 points clear on us. They're now only 10. But they still haven't lost, which is a massive, massive problem. 16 games in, they haven't lost. They do play Wolfsburg, though. I've just noticed on the right there, they do play Wolfsburg for their next game, and Wolfsburg are in 3rd. So as long as we beat Hoffenheim, regardless of what happens in that game, we might move back up to 3rd position. I'm thinking the way FC Bayern Munich are going right now, they're not going to lose a single goddamn game this season. And if that is the case, it is going to be a massive, massive shame. But as we move over now to the calendar to check out the games in the next episode. So we are finishing off the month of December, and the last game in December is of course against Hoffenheim. We then move in to January, opening up the January transfer window. We do have 2 games currently in FC Augsburg and also FC Köln. They are the only 2 games we currently have in January, meaning the next episode we could be finishing off the month of December and also the whole of January. So I think it's probably best now. I was going to leave this till the next episode, but I've been doing this also in the Liverpool episodes because we have just finished season 1 and we are going into season 2 with LFC. But because I don't know if in the next episode we'll be finishing off the January transfer window as well, if you guys want to use the hashtag transfer, I'll put it on screen for you guys now. You can recommend players for me to bring in or potentially sell. Now, I am going to take this into my own hands because of how I feel. I'm actually going to sell Van der Beek. And I'll tell you why, guys. In the few games that he's played, I just don't feel that he fits our team. I feel like he's a cracking player. I feel like he's strong. But we have a very pacey team. Marco Reus is currently the central attacking midfield for us. And he's much better than Van der Beek. Now, I'm going to list him in January and see if we get a decent and reasonable offer for him. If we don't get any offers, then I'll look to sell him at the start of Season 2. So, for me, I'd love it if you guys could recommend another central attacking midfielder. So we could have Reus, Goethe and another player that can play there. Enis Bardi can play there, so we could convert Enis Bardi into playing there, especially because you've got Axel Witsel and you've got Delaney as the main 2 holding central midfielders. We've then also got other players that can play there apart from Enis Bardi, which then makes it very difficult. Julian Weigl seems to be the man that's constantly rotating with them right now, so it's hard for them, De Hood and Enis Bardi, to get a little bit of a look in on the team. But for me, we're building a very strong team, and although we do have 77.88 million in the bank to spend, there's not one player in that team where I think that's a weak link. We've got 2 great left midfielders in Julian Brandt and also the new man we've just brought in, which is Brune Larsen. We also, of course, do have Guerra. On the right side, we have Hazard and Jadon Sancho, which is spot on. They're working great together. Central attacking midfielder, we've got Reus. We've also got Super Mario, which, to be fair, they're both playing great. Up top, Marlen and Alcacer. Marlen was a spot-on striker. He fits exactly what we need. We've then got Delaney and Witsel in the CDM positions. We've then got... we've got Delaney and Witsel in the CDM positions. We've then got Weigl to come in, De Hood to come in, and Enis Bardi to come in. So I don't think we need to strengthen there. At left back, we've got Schultz and we've got Hakimi. Again, 2 great solid left backs. Hummels and Akanji at the back. And then we've got Zagadou, Soyuncu to come on for them. Solid there. Klosterman at the right back. And then we've also got, is it Piszczek? I think it's Piszczek. Maybe we can look at a new right back. We did bring Klosterman in. Maybe we look for a new right back for Season 2. And then, of course, we've got the big man, Roman Berkey, between the sticks. We've got a real solid, strong team. So I don't know if we need to spend, but for me, I mentioned all those positions there, and I didn't even mention Van der Beek, because Van der Beek right now is not even getting a sniff, and I think he's not getting a sniff because he worked well for us at Ajax, and he was fabulous, but in this Dortmund team, I don't think he fits what the Dortmund team is about, and he personally doesn't fit what I need, which is fast and pacey plays. Like, for me, Marco Reus fits nicely there. Another player that fits nicely there is like a Coutinho, a quick, skillful, flared player that's in and out. Donny van der Beek just isn't that player. He's more of a solid, big, strong central attacking midfielder. Whereas I want quick, little, nippy, skillful, in behind, feeding the ball through to Marlen and Paco Alcacer to score the goals. I just don't think Van der Beek's doing it. So I'm going to make the decision. I am going to list him in January to see if we can get a good sale from him. I want 30 million at a minimum for him. And then you guys can maybe recommend some players that we could replace him with using the hashtag transfer. Or more importantly, if you guys just want to recommend some players to potentially buy, because with this Dortmund career mode, I don't mind whether we keep it realistic, unrealistic. It's about what you guys want. And if the problem is if we do finish the January transfer in the next window, or the next episode, should I say, then I will have to take your comment and just make the decision. I won't be able to do straw polls because it'll be the next episode and we could be finishing the January transfer window. I won't have another episode to then make the decisions and talk about your comments. I will have to make the decision. So certainly drop some comments down below of players you might want me to offload, players you might want me to bring in, if there's any players you want me to start playing, and use the hashtag transfers for any players in or out. But I think that is going to do it for today's episode, guys. And if you have enjoyed it, please do give it a big thumbs up for me. Don't forget to drop your comments down below. If you're new around here, click that subscribe button. Don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. And I've been Massive Brad. Peace out.